What's up? So, going to mark up this and then explain my entry. It's okay. So first, we do have our current highest point here. Where this high come from this low. Okay, we know that everything above here will be bullish. Let me mark this one too. And we do our lowest point that get broken. Then these are our lowest point. Then we make a resistance here. So there are sellers sitting here. This area, there are sellers. And then we end up taking it. So now we do our indication that price could go up from this level to this level and then eventually take this level. So our entry came from this one, from the lower time frame, because we've seen price makes a highest point, right? Then what comes next is a correction. This whole thing is a correction. So my entry are usually come from the New York session and then in a lower time frame. So I know, right? I have in my mind that price from this area above this zone can go to here. So I'm waiting for price to be back bullish again. So we have our low, then we made a level of support here, then we made a low here, then ended up breaking it. So for me this low gets broken, that's my indication. Then price come back and then I put my entry early, because I do believe that this level is being respected. As you can see here, we do have a level of resistance here, I mean support. So buyers are sitting here trying to push price up again. So I'll put my entry when price goes back above here. So it looks like this. Long position above here. So we scale down to 15 minutes. Yeah, this my trades look like. Stop loss below this, and then my first target or sub TP is this high first. So that alone is 1:1.69. But remember, we are trading the higher time frame, so we could take this next. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, let me put my long position again on this level, stop loss below this, and first targeting this one, this level, then trying to get to our highest point. We'll see what price will do. And then the next thing is the US 30. In US 30 I put an entry. So this is what I've seen in US 30. Let me remove my drawings and let me move to 4 hours so we can see it clearly. Let me turn this off first, and then I hope you all can hear me, man, because the mic is a little far away. So we've seen price in a downtrend, right? We're breaking lows, then maintaining a lower high. So from the moment price breaks this level of this ranging, this consolidation, it becomes bearish, right? Then we do have our lower highs. So now price make a level of, make a new low on the market, and then it corrects. This is the correction. This is the correction. Then we've seen price stops at this level. So we know that this is the highest point that it can be. It made a low here and then got broken, and then made another lower high. So in my mind, and then we do have a level of support here. So in my mind, everything under this level could go to our lowest point, which is here. So that's why I take my trade under this level, because I do have a confirmation that price are getting bearish again because of this structure. Low, lower high, lower low, and then and this one confirms it because it made another lower low, lower high. So after a lower high being made, what's next? What do you think is next? You will make a lower low, and then lower high, and then lower low, lower high, lower low, and so on, man. That's how trend works. So my position are like this. Short position under this level. So our stop loss are above this lower high, and then target will be this swing. So that is 1:2, but remember we are trading the trend, so we can take around 1:4 here, and we'll see what happens. Same thing on gold. First we'll target 1:4 only, around that one. I mean, we can target this first. That alone is 1:5. So that's all for today. I'm going to update you guys if what happened to this trade or to this setup. Peace out. I'm here to explain our trade from gold and US 30. So let's first explain the gold trade. So if I remember, I lost this one. So we mark our charts. We do have a level of resistance here. We do have our highest point here. Then we do have support here that are getting broken. And then so remember that our entry come from this level, right? Yeah, we do believe on that day the price could go up to this high because it already break, and we know in our mind that anything above this high, this high, let me delete this first. Anything above this high could go to 5,400, right? So in our mind, we think it's bullish, right? See, we made another indication, and then go to a lower time frame to see any details, and then we've seen price trying to be bullish again when price started to break this level of lower high, right? And made level of lower low. So now this is our indication, right? So we do have a low, we do have lower high, and then it made a higher low, and then made it a higher high. So we did put an entry. Okay, price goes down here, and then without waiting for any confirmation, without waiting for any evidence that price would go up, we put an entry. So that's wrong, right? We know that we do have our strategy, which is the ICC, so the indication, and then we wait for the correction to get over, and then we enter at the second time. So that's why I get stopped out here. So I'm gonna show you the photo. Yeah, that's why I get stopped out here. I don't wait for the second time around. So that's all pretty much it. Explain it. And then now gold is just going down. So let me mark up this one. So we know that we break this one, break this level of resistance here. We do have our support here. Okay, I can see that one. I think we can use this one. And we do have our consolidation here, so you can see here consolidation. Let me go to a lower time frame so that we can see more. Okay, in lower time frame, we've seen price make its highest point or a level of resistance, and then made its lowest point, which here at that current time, and then ended up getting higher, but ended up getting broken again. Getting broken, lower highs being formed in the market. That's a sign of bearish. And then with the right amount of volume, price they push. Okay, we can see here level of resistance again, and then the consistent breaking of lows. That's a good sign. So if we are able to catch this one, I think we can capitalize off this when price, you see price are consistently making higher lows, higher high, higher low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and then little consolidation, lower high, lower low, and then made a level of resistance, and then ended up breaking that one. So if we are able to capitalize at this moment, we can put our entry here, because we do have evidence that prices are getting lower and lower, lower and lower, because of, like what I've said, lower highs, consistent lower highs, and then consistent breaks of low resistant here. So I think we can put an entry from this level. Fibonacci forecasting measure, short position around this level. Then of course we wait for our session, New York session or London session, man. Then stop loss above this level of resistance. Then from there, I think from there we can capitalize off. Let's go to a higher time frame. This lowest point, which already been taken out, bruh. So this could be a really good trade. This could be a good trade if you are able to capitalize off these. We could get some 1:4. Oh, I like that one, bro. I like that one. That should be a great one, man. But yeah, it is what it is. We didn't catch it. Yeah. We'll take on the next trade. Okay, so the next trade is the US 30, right? So you can see in the US 30, our entry came from, where does it came from? It came from this low around here, I guess, if I remember it. Because we do have, as you can see, a downtrend here. See, same thing, consistent lower highs and then consistent breaking of lows. So as you can see, we do have a level of resistance here, support and resistance, and then ended up making a new low at the market at this low. So we put an enter around here, if I remember it. Yeah. And then we put an entry around here. Yeah, I remember it now. When price are starting to break, to back to be bearish again, because we know in our head that this is our indication. This sold out right here, and then this whole thing is a correction. So we waited for the correction to be over. How can we know if the correction was over? If price started to build a bearish structure in this scenario, made a high, made a higher low, made a lower high, break that lower low. So this is what I should have done on the gold trade. I should wait for the second time around, made a lower low, made a lower high again. So this is where I put my entry when price come back to this level, and then stop loss above that, and then my entry are here, this low. Yeah, that's my target profit. And now price are already hit. No, it didn't hit all the way down here, so we don't close it. We don't count it, we wait for price to really hit this level and then see if we can capitalize off more. This is a good trade, bro. This is a good trade, I like it. And now may they level up resistant here, I guess. I mean support. May they level up support. And then we do have a lower high here that are being created. So we know that after a lower high, it will make a lower low. So we'll see how long we can hold this trade and how much we can capitalize off this trade, man. That's all for today. Have a good night and spread love, man, and be consistent and persistent, man. That's all I can say for today. What a wonderful life. Alright, I can say that this trade is successful, man, because we already passed from our target and now we are on around 1,000 pips. It's a good trade, man. And then we hold for how many days? Let's see. We hold for around around 8 days or something. Yeah, but overall it was a good setup. Yeah, around 8 days, bro. From this setup, from this trade. So yesterday successful one.